been a long while.
Hello. Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Quick Hitters. I am just want to give a quick review. I don't do reactions per se, but I wanted to give a quick review of something that I commented on, and I thought to myself, am I being fair? Right? Am I being fair to this creator, to this message? Am I doing that? So I was like, all right, let me examine myself and what I said. So that's what I'm going to show you. Let me show you what I said. Here it is. Okay. So add to the live stream. Present. Share screen. Okay, so it was this video here, and I made a comment. So, and then we're going to listen to it. All right, this is nuts. Right, the assumption is that he is obligated to provide for women outside of his house, and he is wrong for that. It's like, what is that? So we'll look at the title is he wrong for this? All right, so what is he wrong for? Let's take a listen.
You is just like, yeah, when you are with me and other women are around, extend to them the same benefits of being a man to them as you would to you. And I'm like, no, like I'm a man, I'm gonna do my thing, but I'm like, I'm not going like above and beyond to do manly shit for them.
That's fair.
Because like they're there. I do shit for you. You my lady. You're my woman. I treat you as my woman. I'm not treating them as my woman.
Mm-hmm.
If they want the coverage of a man, they got to get them a man.
You.
Or the message I'm hearing from you is just like, yeah, when you are with me.
All right, so there it is. So, was that fair? Right, and I think it was. Looking back, actually, I kind of remember what I said a little more harshly, but I think that the title is he wrong for this? What? And I think that works off of the assumption, that it's his role to provide for everyone else, and that is not cool, right? That is not cool. And like he said, if they want the protection of a man, they need to get a man, right? And then that works to, it speaks to, the lack of men, which is really the lack of marriages in the Black community, right? So I wanted to go back also and look at how look at the whole segment, right? Because there's some I want to provide a little more context. So let's look at the whole thing. Get a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after.
I recognize, I'm coming in as your future husband. That's probably how they're always going to identify me, because that's just how people be, how it is. You're going to be the person.
Man, because I feel like the hard part about like my
feel like black communities, but that could just be a combination of the men in the family don't be sure.
So what they're doing is they're talking about their experiences. Yeah, Lion, they are SOL. They are SOL. So what they're talking about here is their kind of experiences with their family. She's talking about her extended family, which is, smaller. I think she said it was like 10 people. And his extended family is huge, right? He's like, his parents had 6 or 7 brothers, and all of them had 6 or 7 kids and 2, 3 kids. So his extended family is huge. So he's saying he's kind of more estranged from his extended family, while she is very close with hers because hers is smaller, right? So they're kind of speaking about that. And that's what kind of leads to this segment.
Going up to a lot of the family get-togethers, so like a lot of times just the woman be showing up. But yeah, for you, it's just an overwhelming majority of women in your family.
So you'll, in a lot of times or in space.
See, and that is the thing. There are many families, air quotes, that are just women, right? You're talking 3-4 generations of baby mamahood, right? And here we are in 2023. That is true for a lot of familial associations, the lack of men.
Is you'll be the only man, because I feel like the hard part about like my one male cousin is he's still a little,
still on the young side.
Yeah, he's still our baby. I know that he's a grown up, but like he's still our baby. Nobody looks at him and is like, okay, we need a man to do stuff. Nobody's looking at him to do it. And since you'll be one of few men around when it's like we need a man to do something, are you ready for what that looks like?
I don't think that's going to be a thing. That's not I don't think they're going to like, oh yeah, it was a man's here.
Okay, right there, right?
He's a grown up, but like he's still our baby. Nobody looks at him and is like, okay, we need a man to do stuff. Nobody's looking at him to do it. And since you'll be one of few men around when it's like we need a man to do something, are you ready for what that looks like?
Now you see that she's looking at him with expectation, like, are you ready for what that looks like? Like in full expectation of him fulfilling that role. Hey, what's up, hood servant? Right? So we'll see. Let's see.
I don't think that's going to be a thing. That's not I don't think they're going to like, oh yeah, it was a man's here. Go ahead, get on that grill. Go ahead and like, I need help on it. I don't think that. I think your family is so overwhelmingly female dominated that like on a low, I feel like they don't look to men to do those stereotypically. There's like, I got it, or I know somebody who's also happen to be a woman who's going to do this. It's like it's been not a lot of men in your family for so long that like those roles had to be filled, and that's now the standard. They're not going to be like, okay, now that a man's here, we can stop doing this thing. Now this is what they're gonna be doing. That's just my take on it.
No, I think you're probably right. That is probably the way that it will occur. Is that like, okay, there's a man here, cool, but such and such is gonna do it. What I would prefer to see happen is that people get the benefit of having a man around and like invite you in to do things that people expect a man to do.
Like what? Take out the trash?
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be anything extreme, but like if there's a house full of women and you're benefiting in the sense that you're eating and communing with these people, like, and this is true for me in any space. Like if I'm going to somebody's space, even if I'm not the host of the party, can I do something? Can I help y'all clean up? Something like that. And I think the same is true in a Thanksgiving setting of like, maybe you can't cook anything, but what can you do to contribute in the space, make things easier for the person who's hosting? Can you take out the trash? Yes. Is that something that like we would in general prefer for a man to do? Are you a man in this space? Can you do it? Yes. That is more what I mean, as opposed to like, I know you have, I'm not Captain Save a Ho, like I'm
In this space, what does that mean? In this space, in this void, right? In this void of men, there is a XY chromosome sitting right here. So come on and help us out.
need to do everything for every woman everywhere, but I would prefer that if you're around, that everybody gets the coverage of having a man around.
Now you see the expectation in her face, right? The smile, the expectation, the hey, if I's married, we's married. You we's married now. I brought this man into our fold, which really kind of questions the loyalty, right? It's like, oh, I brought a man into our arena, and now he can serve us. Like, but you're gonna see some pushback here, which is good.
I hear where you're coming from on that, and I respect it, and I feel like you enjoy providing that benefit to the women around you. But
see, you enjoy providing that benefit to the women around you. And she's like, I do. She is not providing the benefit. He is the benefit. If she is providing the benefit, did she buy something that she is then sharing with everyone else? Is that how this works? And I had this this thought, right? They're in the space, right? There are these older ladies in the space, and a lot of them, 40s, 50s, or whatever, they talk about their men. They talk about, oh, I'm married, or I was married, or this, that, and the other. I always got the impression that, they were talking about, hey, salute Deacon Dave, Ian Graves, Theodore. I got the impression that they were talking about a prized Afghan, or a quarter horse or something. Not that there was a man, to be respected, revered, and served, right, as the provider for their house or whatever. It was like it was like they unlocked a level on a video game or something, and I thought that thought might be unfair, right? I thought that, I don't know, years ago, and I thought, well, that might be unfair. Am I being unfair in that thought? And then I get to this podcast, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe that was right on the money. Let me listen to that again.
But I would prefer that if you're around, that everybody gets the coverage of having a man around.
No, I think I'm right. I think I'm right. Yeah.
I hear where you're coming from.
Oh, hey, salute, Free Zolo. Salute.
From on that, and I respect it, and I feel like you enjoy providing that benefit to the women around you. But
salute, Clue.
But I'm covering you. Like, I'm your man. I'm not their man. So like I have no problem. Like,
wait, you see that? Watch your facial expression.
Like, I'm your man. I'm not their man. So,
ooh, she's like, uh-oh, what's going on here? They can't get none of this good love.
Like,
yeah, she know, ain't going down.
I have no problem, like, when we get together and like, I take out trash, see what I can do. Like, make myself available with.
Nobody's getting roasted, Clue. I'm just examining my assumptions, You should have raised the polygamy argument. Let's Let's continue.
within this communal setting, like, hey, what can I do? Da, da, da. And because I'm a man, I can do some of those things. But I guess what I heard you, what I'm hearing, or the message I'm hearing from you is just like, yeah, when you are with me and other women are around, extend to them the same benefits of being a man to them as you would to you. And I'm like, no, like, I'm a man, I'm gonna do my thing.
No, nah. Oh boy, that was good.
But I'm like, I'm not going like above and beyond to do manly shit for them.
That's fair.
Because like they're there. I do shit for you. You my lady. You're my woman. I treat you as my woman. I'm not treating them as my woman.
Mm-hmm.
If they want the coverage of a man, they got to get them a man.
I hear what you're saying, babe. I don't disagree with you. So I will separate it into two separate points. The first point is I would prefer that if we are the type of people that that are invited someplace, that we offer and extend ourselves to contribute as opposed to just being takers. Like, I would like for us to be.
That's just being a good guest. I mean, whose house do you go over and just you go to a party and you wouldn't just say, oh, the trash is full. People are throwing away their paper plates. All right, take it out. Hey, where's the trash at, man? Let me take it out. Everybody does that, right? Shut up, Hood.
Like, okay, like, yeah, we can invite Brandon and Tiandra over. We know that they're gonna help us out. They're not gonna
at least offer. Yeah,
at least offer.
Yeah,
so that is part one.
Mm-hmm.
Part two of what I'm saying is, especially in a space where there's only women, the things that I would like for you to offer are things that would typically be chores, duties, responsibilities of a man. Those are the two separate things.
Okay, so in offering assistance, the assistance that you will prefer I will offer is the things that would typically be seen to by the man in the family.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
I don't think that you should have to do every single thing, but if there's a duty that is available and it's something that's typically.
See, she just used the word duty. He has no duty to them. He has zero duty, right? They had a duty to themselves to secure a long-term mate. Coming up with, we have a duty to what? To what? Right? What's he supposed to do? Oh, let me install your garage door opener. This door is coming off the hinges. Let me go to Home Depot and replace that? Hell no. Like, no. Right? And do not ever conflate being a good guest and being someone's surrogate husband. Heck no.
Assigned to a man, I would like for you to take that duty.
Okay. Taking that in.
Okay. That's different from what you were saying.
You might be right, Hood. You might be right.
Or what you heard originally of, if you're around, you got to be the man for everybody. I don't think that's true.
That's the same. Well, where's the difference? Right? Where's the difference? Even if you're pursuing a male, a husband duty, not a male duty. You're not a male, right? Are you someone's husband or are you someone's father? Right? Males don't have responsibilities, right? Fathers do, husbands do. If you're just dating, right? You're just, basically, if you take marriage and kids and long-term relationship out of the dynamic between men and women, you're just negotiating a sexual lease or sexual rent, right? Depending on your perspective. That's it. So at that point, you're just bartering, So anyway.
I just think that if you're around and there are duties being assigned, I would like for you to volunteer.
That'd be wild. Yeah, it's like, nah, I'm going.
I'm gonna peel the potato.
Duties being assigned. Who is assigning these duties? Right? And she was specific in saying male. Like, who is assigning these duties? Big Mama over there talking about, oh, now since you're here for Thanksgiving, cut down that tree. Right? What are we talking about? Because this conflation between being a good guest and being somebody's husband is nah.
You take out the trash.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We live in a new world. Everybody can do everything everybody can do.
That's true. I'm not mad at that. I just think to the first point that you heard of me like wanting other people to benefit from having a man around, that is true. Like, I think that there is something special about having a man around who is there to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that not enough women get to experience that.
What? They don't get to experience it because they don't see it. What are we talking about here? Yes, you were smart enough to get a husband and get married. Don't screw it up. Do not screw it up for your relatives.
And that is unfortunate.
And
that is unfortunate.
My man who I love so much, I just be like, okay, let's.
That is unfortunate.
Care of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that not enough women get to experience that.
And that is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Truly is. But self-induced.
And my man who I love so much, I just be like, okay, let's be nice to them and share a little bit. Share a little.
Let's share. She's not cutting down any trees. I don't know what this let's share is.
A bit of coverage.
They gonna have to see through the window, see your coverage and be like, "Ooh, that look good. I need me some of that." And they.
Oh snap! Look at the look on her face. She's just like. Oh, that cover show look good. What's that like? The movie where they're like, what is it? That old archetype, like a homeless guy, a tramp, looking at a pie cooling in the window, right? From like an old black and white movie. They're gonna have to look through the window and see your coverage and think, boy, that looks good.
They can find them some coverage. If you hear, like, I don't want this to make it sound like, oh, I don't care about nobody. Well, kind of, but I don't even know how can I communicate what I'm talking about right now. And I understand where you're coming from. It's just like, this is cool over here. I want you to see what is this all about. I get that. I understand that. However, I also think that there are some benefits to having a woman in your life. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I'm not going to be like, babe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give me a little taste of what it's like to have a woman in your life by doing some of these some duties for my single brethren that's close to me.
Okay, that's fair.
That sound wild though.
I
Right?
mean the way you nodded your head to the side, it looked like break them off a little something. That's not what I'm talking about.
Non-sexual, yes.
The other thing that I'm thinking as I'm like listening to myself say this, that maybe a part of it is showmanship. I think I just want to be like, yes, and look at a good man.
Exactly, Clue. Get the drummer some. Just break him off a little something. Give him my single friend over here. I want to encourage him to get married, so give him a back rub and say, hey, this is what you get. This is how your back rub gonna feel when you get a wife, right? Heck no.
Flex, yeah.
Yeah, like Ta-da! Here's my.
Again, I was right. It's a flex. Look, my husband, right? My groomed Afghan, my groomed Portuguese water dog. Look at him, y'all.
Good man. Look at him doing good manly things. But
And they'll see that as they see it as how I treat you and stuff like that.
yeah.
And just like the people close to me,
And that's what one thing I want to say is the example you set is really the most powerful thing, right? Right. That really is. Like people say, oh, you got to help save the community and all this other stuff. They just want work for free, right? They just want to work for free. You know what? I'm going to be a good example here in the suburbs, not worried about nothing while y'all struggle. And then maybe that dude that asked you to get married that you turned down, maybe he'll seem like a better option, right? When you're taking out the trash in February. Maybe.
don't see how great a woman you are by how you interact with me.
Mm-hmm.
How you treat me. It's like, oh yeah, she's treating him so well. Look how happy he is. Look how happy she is when they're interacting with each other. That looks great. I want that for me too.
Okay.
Look, and that is literal training. That is the way culture works, right? Culture is literally culture, non-biological behaviors, but it is literally blindly accepted and repeated, right? You blindly accept culture and repeat it. So the best lesson is, if you want to be married, be around married people, right? The best lesson for Black America is, hey, look at these married people doing this. Stop doing whatever you think you're doing and start copying this. Blindly copy it.
Yeah, I think the example that comes to me is when oh my God, came to visit us.
You gotta stop name dropping her on this podcast.
Shout out.
No.
She popular. We
I hit the wrong button.
People gonna hit us up and be like, "Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up with your girl? What's up with her?"
I'm sorry. You can bleep this out in post.
I could
write it down. I told her I wasn't gonna.
You did. I was not privy to this information. I'm sorry.
Yeah, tell them.
All right. If you hear this, you can reach out to me and yell at me if you want. I didn't know. But, you know what I'm saying, when your friend was in town,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, we went to get something to eat and I got something to eat and you was telling me, you told me later on that like, nah, chill, you got that. That's what I'm thinking you meant by coverage, I guess. I'm assuming that's what you meant by coverage. Like, beyond my first impression of like, you trying to get me to act like all these women are, I'm their man.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think that what you were trying to say was like doing things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when we go out to a restaurant and it's like we're picking up food or something like that, I go get the food and bring it and y'all be chilling at the table.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it.
Okay.
Like, he can do it. He'll be fine. We don't have to help him. He's totally capable, and like, you can relax.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good example. That's exactly what I'd be thinking of.
Mm-hmm. That's your little flex right there. My husband got it.
When you pick us up, I'm like, yeah, this is the life.
I wonder what the other side of that looks like. What's the equivalent of that for like on the woman's side?
What do you mean? Like something that I could do?
Like what would that look like for like?
I mean, it depends on what you value, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you think about what we traditionally assign as values to women, like cooking, cleaning, stuff like that. It's like if I make something, like when I made apple pie and I'm like, oh, I'm going to send you home with a slice for your roommate too. Like, I think he's going to like it. He did. Like, give me some feedback. That's what I feel like is an extension of that.
I feel that. Yeah. That was good. That was a good pie. Very good pie.
You're not going to convince me to make it again.
I wasn't trying to.
It seemed that way.
No, I try to.
Well, okay, so you're slipping right here. She's talking about you not making me another pie. What? That's me making those pies.
But I was trying to. It's children listening, maybe.
Oh, that pie.
See how you used to be.
You wanted me to share that with your roommate?
No, that's not.
Okay,
It's not for everybody.
Well, when you,
I was talking
I'm
about the
trying to-
regular pie. I was like, the pie was great, and then I was like,
Hey, salute KM. Salute Cool Kamasi, Indigo Flow, salute Truism. Saw you guys made in the door.
the pie was real good. See how we get here? How do we get here?
Because at first, when you asked me what womanly duties were, and you
Mhm.
click your head to the side, like break them
The
off a
story you
little
heard
something.
when I did that, you thought it was like, oh yeah. Go
Well,
ahead.
what were you
Remember?
thinking? I'm curious what you were thinking.
I was thinking on some like, when you bring me a drink, bring everybody a drink.
When I bring you a
Yeah,
drink.
I was in my mind. I was thinking of just like the stereotypical, not stereotypical, just what you see on like TV or like.
Man, he should have stood on that. He knows what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about no bringing me a drink. Should have stood on that, bro.
You know,
Oh,
when they just
can I
got,
get y'all boys
yeah,
some
yeah,
beer?
yeah. I was like, you want some sweet tea? I don't know, some.
Server. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the only thing that's the only thing that came to mind. You
Like
know,
that
off
lady
top.
from Black Klansman.
Oh my, yeah. One day you're gonna need me for something. Yeah. If you haven't seen Black Klansman, y'all should check that out. It's a pretty interesting movie. Was it on
Yeah, and
Netflix?
I was gonna say it's on Netflix.
It's on
And we all
Netflix.
got Netflix.
Yeah. So yeah, talking about family dynamics, especially when we're getting so close to
The
holidays, we probably gonna see much more of them, more than we've probably seen of them all year. If for those who don't live close to their families.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just thinking about, and also within my my practice, you know, I'm talking to a lot of my clients about like their trips home and, you know, what their interactions with their families are going to look like. You know, are they stressing about any boundaries that they, you know, afraid to cross? You know, there's people who are coming to visit them, and you know, they have the expectation of like, well, now I got to give up my bed because I live in a 1-bedroom, so I got to give up my bed for my parents to stay here, and then like, even though they got money to get for a hotel and stuff like that. So it's like
taking you back. Huh?
Yeah. I put my foot down on that one. I remember as a kid.
Oh,
When no,
ain't no
the video
more
cut out.
video.
All right, well, this sounds like we're gonna cut it.
All right. Oh, I was muted. So that's that. Just a quick hitter. I think I was being fair. And shout out to Homeboy. He didn't go full simp. Kind of held his ground somewhat there. So, you know. Yeah, that's it. What else? Suze. Yeah. Functional. I was thinking that earlier. Functional couples are not entertaining, right? Black people don't want to watch functional black people. That's gross. What are they gonna do? Kiss and read to their kids? Ugh. Yuck. But anyway, yeah, man, that's it. God, what else did I want to go over? I think there was one other thing. Let me see if I can find it. No, I'll start another stream if I need to. Hey, I appreciate everybody showing up. Send your tips to Freedman's Journal at protonmail.com. This podcast available to you wherever podcasts are sold. See y'all later.